slow flow class, and we'll be working through a 60-minute full sequence designed to boost your balance. So if I can tell you a little bit about this sequence, this practice has been scientifically proven as a combination of poses to boost your balance. There was a 10-week study that was done, and it found that 2 weekly yoga sessions of 90 minutes each improved balance and motor skills. I will attach a link to the article below if you want to read and research a little bit further, but it's really fascinating how yoga can impact our cognition, our motor learning, and our balance. And I think this is just so vital for us, especially as we age, that we can stay grounded and more balanced. So just enjoy this practice with me. Please shift and modify and change as you need. Come to sit up on a block. So if you don't have a block, you can use a pillow. If you know that you need to use blocks in your practice, have them handy, but I will be offering modifications if you don't have a block. We're going to just take a moment here to close down the eyes. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath, and then just sigh out. 2 more deep inhale. Hold the breath, and let it go. Last one now. Let's bring the hands into Anjali Mudra, and if you have an intention that you know you are working on at the moment, please take that now. If not, perhaps you'd like to ask yourself what brought you to the mat this morning or today. And then allow yourself to set an intention around that desire. Let's open the practice with one arm. Use your voice. Inhale deeply. Bring the thumbs to the third eye space, to your lips and to your heart. Namaste. Just opening the eyes, we're going to come to stand, and we will begin with the joint freeing series. Now, this joint freeing series is really valuable before you start your practice, because we move through the whole body and we warm up all the joints. Coming to stand, just move back and forward. Lift the heels, lift the toes. Lift the heels, lift the toes, and just take a couple of slow movements here. Okay. Now when you're ready, just stand into your left foot. Take the tops of the toenails or the toenails themselves onto the mat, and then begin to roll the toes and the ankles. And when you're ready, go the other way. Make sure that you're rolling both into the toes and the ankles. And if you wear closed shoes a lot, you might find this quite tough on the toes. And release. Placing your foot on the floor, just stick your opposite leg out behind you, point through the toes so that the tops of the toenails are on the floor, and then begin to roll. Feel this in the toes, feel this in the ankles, and then the other way. So this series, Muktasana series, is a joint freeing series. Come to stop and then bend your knees. Place your hands just on the knees, but we're not leaning into the knees. The hands are just there. And you can even cup the knees if you want. And then begin to make circles with the knees. You can even feel the knee joints moving underneath your hands. And this series called Muktasana series is a joint freeing series, and it's a releasing the wind that is trapped in the joints. Go the other way. And last time in the knees, feel it in your knees, no pressure onto the knees. Beautiful. Stop and draw your hands up to your waist, step your feet hip distance apart, and begin to roll in through the pelvis. And we can feel as we move through this practice, the energy begins to rise up from the feet up. Now let's go the other way. Moving through these pelvic circles, feeling it in the hips. Nice. Stopping center, take your arms out wide. And then we're going to swing, and the back of the left hand will touch the lower back and the right hand is shoulder. We use momentum. Close the eyes and allow yourself to twist in line where your navel is. But keep your pelvis stable. Draw the belly up and in. And then slowly begin to slow it down until the hands just come by the sides, and then just pause here. Nice. When you're ready, take the arms out, reach the palms to face up, and then turn the palms to face down, and then create fists and open the hands, and close and open. Now begin to turn the palms to face up, and turn the palms to face down. And now we're going to begin to rotate the arms as well. This might take a little bit of coordination, beginning to move in the shoulders as well as the arms and the fingers and the wrists. Beautiful. When you're ready, release down, take the hands up and flex the fingers. Imagine you're trying to press into a wall in front of you, and then drop down. Lift up and drop down. Keep moving now into the wrists. Beautiful. And then when you're done, take the palms to face up and take the arms out. Let's work the elbows a little. Draw the navel up and in. Touch the arms and touch the shoulders, and then straighten the arms. Move here. We're just warming up all the joints in the body before we get into our practice. Now, bring the elbows to touch and open. Keep the rest of the body still. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And 3. And the last one. Let your arms just swing, and then let them hang heavy as you take your chin to your chest. And then draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. Roll the chin back to the chest. Left to left shoulder. Back to the chest. Over to the right. Back to the chest. Over to the left. Now, without throwing the head back, inhale and reach the chin up and around, like you're trying to draw a circle with your nose. Be mindful that you don't throw your head all the way back. And then change direction. Good, and then when you come back to center, drop down. Parallel the chin, take your gaze over to the right. Bring it back to center, take it to the left. Come back to center, feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, let it go. Inhale, exhale, 3 more. Soften the knees. Maybe flirt with a little back bend. Last one. Come all the way up. Stretch the whole body. Bring the hands down. Turn the palms to face forward. Pausing here. Alright, let's come to sit down again. And that's a lovely freedom in your body. I think you might feel this now as you're sitting, the energy that you've stimulated throughout the whole body. And that little practice, if you do it every day when you wake up, you'll feel fantastic. Let's come to sit, bring the hands on the knees and soften the shoulders from the ears. Close down the eyes. And we're going to do a pranayama practice here. Bring your right hand up, bring your right hand up, take your index and middle finger together and bring them just gently, without pressing, to the third eye space. Bring your left finger to close your left nostril, your thumb to close the right, without pressing excessively hard. Now close your left nostril, inhale through the right. When you reach the top, close the right and open the left and exhale through the left. Soften your shoulders. Inhale left. Close the left. Open the right and exhale. Inhale right. Close the right. Open the left and exhale. Inhale left. Close the left. Open the right and exhale. In silence, we'll do a few more rounds. Please complete one more round. Finish the exhale through the right nostril and then place your right hand in your left hand on your lap, thumbs touching, Anjali Mudra, and pause here. And allow yourself to experience your body after that Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Just opening through the eyes. Taking your block away if you were using one. Come to lie on your back and we're going to work into a shoulder warm-up. On your back, you place your feet underneath your knees. Hands come down by the side, palms are facing down. Draw the navel up and in to stabilize through the core. Now allow your whole body to freeze, except the arms. Inhale, begin to lift your arms up. We're not rushing through this. Try not to overlift the shoulders, but just gently take it over. Draw the front ribs in and the belly in. So you don't want to flare through your front ribs. Bring your arms back down. A few more here. And now imagine as you move, you can synchronize your movement with your breath. Three more. now the last one. One more. Release the hands by the side and we'll come to a core warm-up. Take your legs to 90 degrees. Inhale, reach your arms up and over. And then with the arms reaching back down, lift the chest and look towards your thighs. Flex the feet if you wish, or point. Coming back down, reach the hands away. If you need to keep your feet on the floor, go ahead and do. Inhale and lift, draw up through the core. Don't use your neck or chest muscles to lift you. Come back down. So the gentler variation, keep moving, is feet on the floor. And then if you want to go deeper into the core, you can straighten the legs and lift. Come back down. There's 3 more here. Move with breath. And now the last one, we're going to stay up. Doesn't matter where your feet are, legs straight, on the floor or knees bent. And then little pulses. And 8. When you're ready, hug your knees into the body and just roll a little from side to side. Beautiful warm up into your core. Now place your left foot on the floor, knees bent. Extend your right leg up. Slide your hands and interlace them behind your thigh. Your first option is to stay here. Your second option is to begin to slide your arms up to where they reach, anywhere on the leg. And then your third option, wherever your hands are, it doesn't matter, you can straighten through your left leg. Now let's breathe here. Stretching and warming through the hamstrings. Now when you're ready, point your foot and flex your foot just once, and then roll the ankle one way and roll it the other. You can take a hold of your leg with your right hand. You can hold behind the thigh, take your left hand down, and gently begin to take your right leg over to the side. Dial the toes down towards the floor, the heel up towards the ceiling so you can feel the rotation of the femur bone right up in the socket, opening the hip. Now, hip sockets are all shaped differently, so just enjoy where your body is at. When you're ready, draw the toes in and bring the leg back up. Hug it in. Bring your left leg to meet your right. Swap it around. Place your right foot on the floor. Hug your left knee in. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh. Straighten the leg. Perhaps this is where you stay. Head is on the floor. Belly's drawing in. Maybe you slide your arms up to wherever they will go. Breathe into the stretch, and then doesn't matter if you're holding behind the thigh or behind the calf muscle or the ankle, wherever you're holding, perhaps you want to straighten your right leg. Pay attention to how that feels. Point your right left foot, flex your left foot, roll one way with the ankle, roll the other. Take your right hand out to the side, hold onto your left leg wherever is available, and begin to pull it out towards the left side. Remember, depth is not what we're seeking here. We're seeking to feel sensation and opening in the body. Now turn your toes towards the floor a little bit, heel to the ceiling, so that you feel that rotation of the leg right up in the socket. Breathe into this now. Turn the toes back to the center, bring your leg all the way back up. Hug your left knee in, hug your right knee in. Uppanasana, swing your hands around the legs and grab elbows and squeeze yourself into a tiny, tiny ball. Beautiful. When you're ready, just rock and roll 3 times on the spine. Now, if this doesn't feel good to your spine, just come up to sit. Cross the ankles, bring the hands down, and come into downward facing dog. And we breathe here. Mindfully walk your feet towards your hands. When you get to the top, bring your big toes to touch. Your heels might be slightly apart. Lengthen the spine, lift the heart, exhale and fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Palms touch overhead. Bring the hands together before the heart in prayer. Release the hands down by the sides body. Drop the shoulders. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, stretch your arms up, interlace your fingers and press the heels of the hands up. Now hug in through the center of the body and begin to lift your heels. Now it doesn't matter how high you lift your heels, but progressively lift them higher until you feel you've reached your challenge point. And then stay there for 3 breaths. And then slowly release your heels down. And then release the arms, spread the toes of the right foot and lift your left leg up. Squeeze it into the body. Right hand onto your right waist, left foot can go below the knee. Or you have the option of taking it into the inner thigh. Bring your hands into prayer, find one spot to focus on. And then inhale, we're going to stretch the arms up, but we're separating the hands. Turn the palms to face forward. And this pose can be challenging for balance. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Once you've found the shape, take 3 breaths. Bring the hands together before the heart. Take the knee in and place your foot on the floor. Again, inhale, stretch the arms up, interlace the fingers, and go for that unfamiliar interlacing. Press the heels of the hands up. Hug your inner thighs together, draw the belly in. And then mindfully begin to lift the heels. And it's slow, it's progressive, and you're finding your edge and you're holding. Releasing the heels down slowly. And then take the arms up and hug your right knee and spread the toes of the left foot. Choose where you want to place your right foot. Inhale, hands into prayer, and then reach the arms up, separate the hands, soften the shoulders. Lift the chest, draw the navel up and in. And once you've found your balance, there's 3 breaths. When you're ready, reach the hands together before the heart. Release your legs. Now inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. We're stepping our left foot back. Press your left heel into the earth. And then when you're ready, rise. Use your left arm to swing around to rise up to stand. Both legs are straight. Now bring your hands in your hips. Turn your hip points to face towards the long edge of the mat. Ribs and chest facing forward. Take your arms out. Now draw your right hip back as you begin to lengthen the right side of your body over your right leg. Press the back of the right hand in towards the right shin and take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Triangle pose, you might want to look down. You might want to look straight ahead, or you want to look up towards the thumbs. Now draw the navel up and in and lengthen the spine away from the crown of the head. Press into the big toe mound of your right foot as you draw the right femur bone back. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. One more inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Turn your palms to face down. Bend your front knee deeply so that it tracks over towards your baby toe side. Soften the shoulders from the ears, and then take your gaze over to the index finger of your right hand. Breathe here. One more deep inhale and exhale. Place your right elbow to your knee. Scoop your left arm up and over. Now twist the heart up towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin in towards your armpit. And breathe here. If you feel you want more of a challenge, place your right hand on the inside, on the floor on the inside of your right foot. There's 3 breaths here. When you're ready, windmill your top hand down to the earth. Turn to face over the front leg and step back into downward facing dog. Please lift your hips high. Come into stillness. Spread the fingers on the mat. Allow your spine to be long, front ribs hugging in. Press into all 10 fingers. When you're ready, walk your feet towards the top of the mat, coming right up onto your fingertips. Place the hands on the shins, lengthen the spine, lift the heart, look forward, draw the navel up and in. Exhale, fold all the way down. And then inhale, rise up to stand, reaching the palms to touch. Bring the hands together before the heart. Now from here, bringing your hands onto your waist. Inhale, lift the chest from your hip points. Begin to fold forward. Maybe you only fold to a tabletop. And when you find the tabletop, you take this moment to spread the toes, press into the feet, hug the muscles of the legs to the bone, draw the navel up and in, hug elbows towards each other. Take an inhale. Exhale, begin to fold forward even deeper. And there's an option if you need to bend your knees, you can. Don't fold on legs that don't have engaged muscles. Place your hands to the earth. And then from here, grab opposite elbows. Allow your head to hang heavy. Allow your spine to drop down. Keep lifting up through your kneecaps, lifting up through the quad muscles, breathing as you feel that lovely stretch into your hamstrings. But you keep your navel engaged, your core strong to not overstretch the hamstrings. Drop your hands down and then see if you can wrap your middle and index finger around the right big toe, left big toe. Bring your thumb to the top, the very tip of the toenail. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the heart. Feel like the toes are pressing down, but the hands are pulling up. Dual action. And then begin to pull your elbows out to the side as you fold forward and draw your chin in so you're closing through your throat bunda. Take an inhale and exhale. We'll do this one dynamically. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, elbows pull out, navel's pulling in and fold. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, elbows pull out, fold all the way down. Now from here, release your hands, lengthen up, half lift. Take your hands, lift your feet and slide your hands in underneath your feet. Now if you need to bend your knees to do this, you can. And if it's not available, just grab the back of the shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Press your toes in towards the wrists so that you get a fantastic stretch through the wrists and the shoulders. One more breath. Releasing. Good. Now we're going to rise up slowly, so when you're ready, you can either soften the knees or keep the legs straight, roll all the way up. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your big toes to touch. Deep stretch there. Exhale, swan dive, coming down. Inhale, lift and lengthen out the upper body. Exhale, fold. Bend the front knee and step your right foot back. Press the right heel into the earth, and while you're here, find an alignment of heel to heel in one line. If that doesn't work for you, for your hips, you can draw your right foot out a little towards the right side. Take your right arm, reach it up and over. Come to stand, both legs are straight. Bring your hands on your hips, turn your hips, your ribs and your chest to face straight in front of you. Take your arms out, reach them away. Now draw your left hip back as you begin to lengthen this underside of your body over your front leg. Keep lengthening. When you can go no further, you just windmill the arms. The back of the left hand touches the inner thigh of the left leg, the inner shin. Right arm goes up. Breathe here. Look up. If it's available, look straight ahead. If that's more comfortable, and if that's not comfortable, look towards your big toe. Take a full inhale and exhale. Inhale, rising all the way up. Bend into your front knee. Your knee traces over towards the baby toe side, and if you look down, you can see your big toenail sticking out on the inside of your left knee. Take your arms out wide. Press down as if you're pressing into a countertop, and then take your gaze over the index finger of your left hand. Soften your shoulders, draw the navel up and in, and breathe. Hopefully you're building some heat in the body with these longer, slower, with these longer holds and slower practice. One more breath. Take your left elbow down. Inhale, reach your top hand up and over. Now you might notice your left hip is quite high. Begin to draw the left knee forward. At the same time, pull the left femur bone back and allow yourself some depth. Maybe you look up to the ceiling by bringing your chin into the armpit. And if you have the space, you can take your left hand to the earth or to a block. 3 breaths here. And then when you're ready, take your hand down to the earth. And we're stepping back into our downward facing dog. And I'd like you to pause in your down dog and to see if you can notice the internal workings in your body. Not just your breath or not just your heart rate, but feel the energy pressing down through the heels downwards. Lifting up through the tailbone, drawing the navel up and in. Broaden the heart, create space around the shoulders, soften the neck. And then feel your fingers and your hands pressing to the earth, but your shoulders drawing away. 3 more breaths here. When you're ready, drop your knees wide. Bring your buttocks over the heels. Bring your elbows in. And, bring your elbows to the earth and bring your hands behind your neck in prayer. Releasing the hands. Inhale, coming all the way up to seated. And then when you're ready, come to sit down and swing your legs out in front of you. From here, we're going to hug the knees in and then take your legs as wide as they will go. You may need to move to face the long edge of your mat to get your heels onto a softer surface. And then just move a little from side to side as you begin to draw onto the sit bones. So there is the practice of lifting the buttocks flesh, but we don't want to over tilt the pelvis. So you can do this more organically by moving from side to side. Once you're settled in and you feel you have a straight spine, curl the toes to face up, hug and lift the knees and hug into the quads, draw the navel up again, and then on a straight spine begin to fold forward. Now don't mind, perhaps you sit up tall. Maybe this is where you feel you're getting the most benefit. Maybe you take the hands a little forward. Perhaps you begin to fold a little deeper and you take this pose as deep as your body will allow. Mindfully. And then we breathe. And then when you're ready, begin to come all the way up. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Draw the knees up and in and place the soles of your feet together. Now you might want to sit up on a little pillow if you find that your pelvis is tilting backwards, if you're leaning back. Just prop your hips up a little. Interlace your fingers around your feet. Press the soles of the feet together. Draw your knees towards the earth. Lift the chest, open the heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Slowly folding forward into Baddha Konasana. Now can you breathe into your back spine? Now inhale, lift and lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And one more time. Inhale, lift, exhale, and fold. Inhale slowly, making your way all the way up, and then just place your feet on the floor. From here, we begin to reach the arms forward, lift the chest, and then mindfully roll down one vertebra at a time. Use your core, and if you need to use your hands to support the descent, go ahead and do. Place your feet now underneath your knees, and if you bring your hands down by the side, you can just find your heels. Press into the earth. Draw the navel in, so there's a little bit of an engagement into the lower belly. And then squeezing into the pelvic floor, begin to lift your hips towards your bridge pose. You're most welcome to stay here, or else bring your hands in underneath your body, interlace the fingers, walk the arms in underneath, press the baby fingers in towards the earth. And lift the hips. Three more breaths. When you're ready, take the arms out, and then very mindfully, there's a very slow descent, and when you come down, you might feel you want to hug your knees in. Please don't. Just come down, place your lower back down. Now wait in the shape. Allow the energy flowing through the body to settle. Now, take the soles of your feet together and knees apart. Just wait here. Good. Knees come in, straighten the legs and just roll over onto your belly. On your belly, just bring your hands, spreading them underneath the shoulders. Hug your elbows in. Straighten both legs firmly, pressing the very toenails into the earth. Hug the elbows in, and then without using your hands, so maybe lift the hands off the earth just a little bit. Inhale, and lift your heart. Hug the elbows in, lift the chest. Breathe here, keep the back of your neck long. Energize the legs, but keep the feet on the floor. And then slowly come all the way down. Bring your right ear to the mat and just relax. Feel the energy as it's awakened in your back body. Energize the legs, bring your forehead to the earth, hug the elbows in. Lift the hands just off the earth. Keep your feet down now. Inhale, lift, the kneecaps can lift. Breathe here. Keep the back of your neck long. 2 more breaths. And then release all the way down, opposite ear to the mat, and just relax. Hug the elbows in, bring the legs to touch. Inhale, now we press through the hands, forward on the earth. We're going to take our Cobra a little higher, but don't just use your hands. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades back and down. Hug through the legs, begin to rise up. Rise up, press through the hands a little, but lift through the spine as well. Hug your elbows in, energize your legs, breathe. One more full inhale. Exhale slowly. Release all the way down. Take your right ear to the mat, hands by the sides. Maybe even wiggle the hips a little from side to side. Now when you're ready, just roll. When you're ready, just press into child's pose. Stretch it here for a moment. Coming all the way up to seated, swing your legs around out in front. With the legs long, big toes are touching, heels are pressing away, no navel is drawing in. Just again, make sure you're right on the sit bones. If you're dropping back, please prop yourself onto a blanket or blocks. Hug your inner thighs together. Inhale, stretch the arms up. As the arms go up, make sure that you keep space for the shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms up. Draw the navel up and in. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your belly towards your thighs, and see if you can grab the outer edges of your feet. If that's not available, grab the sides of your mat or onto your shins. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward, exhale and fold. Now we breathe. If you need to bring softness behind the knees, go ahead and do. Maybe you can wrap a towel or a blanket and bring them underneath your knees. Maybe you just bend them slightly. Good. Inhale, let's rise all the way up, reaching the arms up, palms touch, and take your hands down by the sides. Now just bring your hands underneath your buttocks and come to lie on your elbows. Now your chest is lifted, your heart is open. Lift a little more and then begin to glide backwards until The crown of the head touches the earth. Now if you need a blanket underneath your head or a pillow, please use it. Open the front of the body, point the toes. Matsyendrasana, fish pose. And then when you're ready, releasing all the way down, bending the knees, free the arms out to the sides. Lift your feet off the earth, drop your knees to the right, turn your right palm down and look to your left. Turn your left palm down, right palm up. Inhale, reach the legs back to center. Drop them to the left and look to the right. When you're ready, turn both palms to face down. Inhale, back up to center. Hug your knees in and just rock up to seated. Taking yourself to your wall, and you can move your mat if you need. Take the buttocks right against the wall, swing the legs around and come to your legs up the wall. As soon as you can, relax here. Just gently bending the knees, rolling over to your preferred side. And then as you feel ready, make your way to Shavasana. If you want to stay in Shavasana with the legs up against the wall, you're most welcome to do that. As you find Shavasana, allow your whole body to melt. Exhale your breath completely now. Now inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Gently exhale, 2, 3, 4. Just wait. Inhale. Inhale. Hold the belly. Exhale. Wait. Our last time, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Wait. Allow your own natural breath to resume. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to move and just stretch through the whole body. Bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, maybe just wait here for a moment. And when you're ready, just roll into your preferred side, coming all the way up to seated. Just for a moment, bringing the hands together before the heart and just open your arms. Now take your right hand to your belly and the left hand to the top of the head. Begin to circle into your belly and pat the top of your head. Good. Just checking in to see the effect that our practice has had on our cognition. And then swap it over. Rub through your left belly, right hand on top of the head. Begin to pat the head and stroke the tummy. I think we're all working fine. Let's bring the hands together before the heart and just bow down through the head. Namaste. Thank you, beautiful yogis, for sharing this practice with me, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.